We're already in episode 7 of KIRAKIRA Precure, and it's kind of strange to think that we're already in episode 7. I mean, this series is taking its time to introduce us to its world, to its characters, and to its story. So far, we knew basically nothing about the villains and the background plot that the Precure always has. And this season kind of follows the same pattern of KIRAKIRA Precure, in which we have a mascot who is totally oblivious to the Precure mythology, to why the Precure girls are there, to why they're fighting. And in this season, it happens more or less the same with Pecorin. Pecorin is our main mascot. She is one of the cutest and lovable mascots. After this episode, I can just say that I love Pecorin a lot, and she's already one of my favorites. I always say this, but I really mean it. This time I really mean it. Pecorin is one of my favorites, and it's very cute to see her, and it was very cute to see her development in this episode. So going back to what I was saying, Precure always has a mascot to kind of introduce us to the background plot, to the Precure plot, to the mythology part of the cures. And it didn't happen in Mahotsukai because Mofurun didn't know anything. And Pecorin, she knows about the existence of Precure. But why are Precure reborn? Why are those girls Precure now? We don't know that yet, but we have a little introduction on, at least on the fairies. And we know a little more about the fairies now. We know a little more about Pecorin, and we know a little more about her personality. In my episode 6 review, I said that I wanted more focus on the other 4 girls, but instead we got a little focus on Pecorin, which I think is a nice thing. It's a nice touch, but again, we have a very big focus on Ichika, and that's bugging me a little bit. Ichika is a great character. It's nice. It was nice to see her helping Pecorin and, helping Pecorin feel more happy and try to make her feel better. But I don't know. I feel like it should have been a group effort. It would be nicer. It would be greater for us because we would see more of the characters and more of the team. But instead, we got to see more on Pecorin's and Ichika's relationship, and that's a nice thing. And this episode marks the first time that the girls are together as a group in that little mysterious house. And they decided to throw a party and decided to bake donuts. And that's a great thing. I love donuts so much. And I'm very angry because there are no good donut shops here in my city. And that makes me very angered because it's been such a long time since I ate donuts. But okay, this episode just made me crazy for donuts. I love donuts just like Pecorin, and it was very nice to see them doing that together, and I love seeing Pecorin gloomy, the gloomy Pecorin. I mean, it was sad, and it made total sense for her to feel like that, although it was a little strange because we had 6 episodes of Pecorin and she didn't even show a little bit of sadness in her, and then just like that there was this switch and she turned out to be sad. But it kind of made sense because we now have all the cures and it's kind of like there's nothing else going on, and there isn't much happening, so you get to think about other things. But her situation is kind of serious, or at least was kind of serious, and I don't know why she didn't think about it before. But I think I'm nitpicking, and I'm just saying this because I'm talking about the episode, because when I was watching the episode, I enjoyed it throughout. I loved this episode, from the start to finish. It was a very, very special KIRAKIRA Precure episode, even though there wasn't really much going on, and I think that this episode was very introductory when it comes to the plot and when it comes to the background story. So we had Pecorin and Ichika baking donuts together, and it was very cute. And the donuts they made were supposed to help Pecorin and to help her cheer up, and also to help her find her friends. But she didn't find her friends. her friends are a group of fairies who seem to be like good fairies. And then there are the bad fairies that came attacking them, which led to the attack that happened in the first episode. And, well, it was nice having this little throwback, but it raises lots of questions. First thing, what were the fairies doing in the human world? Because usually in Precure, the fairies live in this parallel world, and then they come to the human world searching for the cures or trying to escape some kind of situation. And, well, it mostly happens like this, not always, but in most cases it does. And then this time around they were there in the forest. What were they doing there? I don't know. And then there's the second question. Who are the bad fairies? Who's controlling them and why are they stealing Kirakiraru? So far there's no explanation about it, but at least we see that there were like two groups of fairies, and Precure was obviously on the good side, and the fairies love sweets. The fairies love to bake. So there is a very strong connection to baking and to the magical world of this season. Well, that was obvious, right? But it's nice to see that being concrete in the episode itself. And it was nice because Precure mentioned the legendary patisserie. I don't remember the name that she used, legendary baker or something, which is the legendary cure. So we're probably gonna learn more about her. I don't know, but we're probably gonna learn more about her, and I'm very excited for that. And in general, I think that's all I wanted to say. I have to talk about it again. The cream powers are very nice, and I'm loving the way that they're using it, because in each episode they use it in a different way, and I am loving it. Unfortunately, the last attack was stock footage from episode 1, but all the other ones were new. I mean, at least the animation was new. And let's talk about Yukari Cure Macaron. First thing, her attack was very nice. She made this little cat pose before throwing her macaron yo-yo. And when Cure Whip was thrown away and Akira held her, all the other girls ran towards her to help get Ichika, to help hold her. And Aoi and Himari, they were able to help Akira, but Yukari, she just walked around, and then when Cure Whip was already held, she just went down a little bit just to pretend she was helping. How amazing can that be? I mean, I love this girl so much. Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice would be very, very proud of the way that Yukari acts. So, let's just talk about episode 7. Leave a comment with your opinions on it. Did you like it as much as I liked it? What do you think about Pecodine? That little thing. I love Pecodine so much. And I don't know, I'm just happy with this episode, and I'm very, very excited for more. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!